they're unhappy in themselves,
Yeah.
and that is the reason why they have so much criticism for the world. The
Mhm.
people who are like us, who mind our own business, that just don't really care,
Mhm.
those are the people that make them uncomfortable, because it's like it's ruffling their own demons.
Right. Yeah. Literally, they're projecting on everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Oh, where do you part your hair?
Like in the middle.
Okay.
I know that's. I feel like every style is like a thing. Um.
I heard it up. I never pre-part here, but for some reason I just was like, today we're pre-parting,
And
and
that's work.
I need to start doing it more often. Really, it would save me so much time, because I get into this creative headspace and I
Yeah.
get to going, and I'm like, dang, I made these too small, but I charge for this, and this is what we're doing today.
Dang.
And I'm just like, but I didn't want to work this long.
Right. No, you're good.
And that's when I hit them with, look, I gave you a free upgrade. Does it look straight?
Let me see. I think my head's crooked. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Um.
Are you good at parting your own?
I'll try. I won't say I'm good at it, but like I think it's just like this one corner right here.
Okay.
Ugh, I don't know. You can you can go from there.
Okay. Let's see what we got. Hold your head back a little bit. Okay, how's that?
Oh yeah, that looks really good.
Okay. But no, that's where I'm at in life now, and I'm taking small steps towards being more efficient.
Mhm.
I'm really practicing that mindset of, okay, how can we make this more efficient?
Right.
And I've been doing it just around my house, but I didn't realize by doing it around the house, I've actually embedded it for everything.
Mhm.
But that's probably the ADHD and the autism that kind of throws it all together
Hey,
into,
you know what?
hey, this is how we apply this here, even though we never intended it to be here.
Right.
And growing up, like, I didn't realize that I had any of those disorders because nobody told me.
Yeah.
I thought I was just a weirdo.
Yeah. I mean I just said it's my own little personal tendencies, I guess.
Yeah.
And then my therapist was like, no. And even my mom, I was like, low key, I feel like this is a little genetic, but
It is genetic. It's totally genetic.
I mean,
Sometimes it's genetic, and then sometimes it's from having older parents. There's a lot of different
yeah,
factors that
I
can
feel like it was
play.
a double dose there.
Yeah, double dip.
Yeah, which is fine. But like even she's like, no, like I don't. But being an older parent, she's like, you don't have OCD. You're just really, type A. And I'm like, okay, that's fine.
It's funny because I'll talk to her more about everything that's going on with me, and I think that's when she'll see it in you.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
Because it's funny. She always tells me how she never talks to people and how she was surprised by how much she talked to me. I was like, I have that ability on people. I feel like there's some people that don't talk to me and then it makes me nervous.
Mhm.
But most people, they are like surprisingly open with me.
Mm.
But I think it's because they know
Yeah.
I'm not judgmental.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff that we talk about, I just like I want to go live on every hair client, and I would love to just make videos about everybody.
Mhm.
But I realized that some people's stuff, like, they forget they're on camera, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, I do like this, because I tell people if you don't like this, it means I don't know if you want to share that.
Right.
And then if they keep talking, then good for them.
Right. You know what? Right. And I'm like, I feel like it's a level of like empathy and stuff too. Like I feel like it'd be weird for someone to talk to you and you're like, yeah, okay, like short answers. It's like give the same energy back. Like
Exactly.
And
I realized too, so many people would like to talk to their stylist. They just are used to being dismissed.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I've actually been told, I did this one girl's hair and she was like, oh, why do you talk so much? Why are you trying to get me to open up? Why are you trying? I was like, we can sit in silence if it's better. I was like, I don't mind. I like talking. I'm isolated a lot of the time. So, when I get the opportunity, I'm like, ooh,
right.
Let's get this time and make it useful. But you know what? We can keep it 100% professional. So then I just start being uber quiet. And then she's like, are you mad? I was like, no,
you said you wanted to be
didn't
quiet.
want to talk. So I took you literally, and I'm doing what you said.
Right.
I have family members who used to tell me I talk too much, and then I had to instantly stop talking. So
Mm-hmm.
I am the wrong person to say don't talk to, because I'm just
Right.
gonna take it literally, and then I'm literally gonna say nothing. I'm not even gonna ask you how to move your head or tell you what to do. I'm just gonna readjust you.
Yeah.
We're gonna sit in silence as I just pull you around. It's fine.
Right.
No
Exactly.
explanation. We're just gonna pull and dig, and then you're gonna wonder why I'm pulling and digging on you in silence.
Exactly. And I feel like it's okay to be like silent too, but I feel like you gotta explain yourself. Like, oh, like I'm a little tired right now. Like,
Right.
give me an hour, and then like we can start talking again. Because like everybody has those days too, and like I feel like
Definitely.
it's harder, especially like in this day and age with like hairstylists. I feel like, because like I like being like the early 2000s Gen Z, like I still had that experience of like the hair salon like every Sunday, and like all the old heads are in there talking, and like it's like a and like it's a
It's like an
community.
experience,
Yeah, it's an
yeah.
experience. It's not just like, oh, I'm getting my hair done. It's like, oh, I'm going to the hair salon. Like two different things.
Right.
Versus now where like people are getting shut down before they even like talk to the stylist, because they go on the website. It's like, come pre-braided, come pre-washed, no oil. If you talk to me, that's a $20 charge.
People charge
But-
for talking in a
No.
hair shop. What the
No,
heck?
like
No, but I can see that. I can really see that though. I
Okay.
really could. That
I'm
is-
being hyperbolic, but like it's literally like the fact that they have a policy page
yeah.
on their like Wix space. Like, girl, calm down. Like, you're like mad that you, like I read it as you're mad that you gotta do hair.
Right, you
Like,
don't-
This
you
is
don't-
this is your job. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it.
You-
And then on top of that, you're making me do half of the job on top of it. I remember before where you like go to the salon, it's like washed, blow dry, straightened, braided. Like that was like all
part of the
included. Yeah,
service.
that's the service. And then like now it's like, if you don't come pre-parted and oiled,
Pre-parted. Like, are you
there now that's like not a joke. Literally, there are some people.
Pre-parted.
There are some girls that are like, I want
God.
you to come pre-parted.
who
And
are you
I'm-
supposed to get the pre?
They don't
Wow.
care. They don't care.
Wow.
And so it's like.
So that's why when people come to me, they're always like, Markette, you are so chill.
Yes.
Here's your tip. I wish I could have tipped you more. This is not what I expected. This
Right.
is so easy. This and
because
third.
people are making it 10 times more difficult. Mind you, they don't have a beautician's or cosmetology license.
These are unlicensed
They-
people barking orders.
unlicensed
Wow.
people that
Yeah.
are, and that's why
That's-
they're barking, because they're like, I barely know how to do hair, so if you tell me to do anything other than braid, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it.
Yeah.
And so they do all that. They have like the little grass wall and the neon lights.
Yeah.
and,
Oh,
like,
I see those on Instagram sometimes. And I'm like, why are
Right.
they putting all this emphasis on their background?
right. And it's
I thought
like-
you were supposed to be doing hair.
Right. You walk in, like there's a security deposit of like, $30. Once again, you haven't even gotten there yet. And then they're like, I'm pre-booked, so like if like month of June is already like maxed out, so like get it quick while it's hot. And I was like, okay. And so
That's because they're trying to inflate that scarcity mindset of, I'm so good that I have 1 million people, so I can't squeeze you in if you don't have this appointment now. And so you have to get your one now and the one for next time, even if you don't know if you like my
Right.
service.
And it's a lie, because the thing is, you get through all the 8 different pages, and it's like, okay, subtotal $1,800, and I'm like,
Wow.
who, like, and it's like a wig install or a sew-in, like literally
Right.
are $800. Like,
Man, I feel like I'm jipping myself. I've never charged that much for
And
either one of those.
my thing is, I feel like what you're charging is like perfect amount, honestly. Like, I feel like that makes sense for day and age, and what like the technique that you have and everything. There's people that like, you're looking at it and it's just a scam at that point, and it's like
it's definitely a scam for most.
$800, and I'm like, that's just insane. And the problem is like, you're like, okay, I'm gonna just go to somebody who's cheap, but like, unless you know somebody, that is the cheap. That's the $800 is the minimum price. Everybody else is charging in the thousands,
And the sad part is the people who's charging that kind of money is not even good.
No, they're not.
And they're charging that kind of money. They're not good, and they want you to come pre everything.
You did
and
all
I tell
the
people,
work.
I was like, you give me that kind of money, you can come over here looking like a sheep's butt, and I'm gonna feel like, wow.
Right.
I hope you're tipping today, but come on, honey, I got you.
Right. Because there's like one time, it was 2 years ago, and I like just wanted to get a sew in for like whatever reason. It was winter, so I was like, I can deal with the itching and stuff. And I went to this lady, and she told me to like get it has to be human hair. Like, I'm not gonna work like that's another thing. People say
I work with synthetic human. I don't give a darn. So this is what you got. You got my money. I don't care. Come on. Now I do care about braiding hair. There are some braiding hairs I won't work with because it's just harder unnecessarily. But
no, that makes sense. No, there's people that are like, if it's not human hair, I'm not touching it. And then on top of that, you have to buy it. Like they don't go to the store and get it for you or anything. Right. You have to go to the store and get the human hair. And so I was like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna go get it. And I got it on Amazon because there was a specific color that I wanted. Mm-hmm. And so I got it, and I just trusted that it was human hair. And I sat down, mind you, like I'm already paying, it was like, I think $400 or so, $500 for the style. And that was like, once again, cheap at the time. So I was like, whatever. And the lady, she was like, oh, this looks not human to me, but you know, I trust that it was human, this, that, whatever. And so that was like my first red flag, but I was like, whatever. And so I kind of zone out. She finishes. She's like, okay, like I'm gonna style it now.
And she put heat on it without doing a strand test.
She did the strand test after she put it in my head, and then said, ooh, it's not human. So she was like, you're gonna have to pay $150 for me to take it out of your head.
What?
Yeah.
Just leave it in there. What was wrong with the way it was done?
It was just like bone straight. So I was like, I'm gonna just keep it the way she was.
I mean, hot water dip it.
Right.
I mean, there's ways around everything. You can curl synthetic hair, or you can even use a flat iron product. There's ways. You know what? There's some young girls.
Well, the thing is, I'm not trying to be mean, but she wasn't young.
Oh, well.
So I think
she has she has a younger mentality.
Right.
Let's go with that.
I was just saying, like, it felt like she was just trying to, like, get something out of me, because I was like,
yeah, that was just a nickel and dime.
Yeah, you knew in the very beginning that it wasn't human.
Yeah. If all she works with is human hair, she would be able to tell by the way it felt.
Right.
I know what I'm working with by the way it feels, by the way it smells.
Right.
But I also realize I just do this crap all the time, so I know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's wild that people are so. Right. Oh, hold your head down slightly. Yeah, just while I started, and then once I get off your scalp, you can put it whatever's comfortable. That way, it doesn't hurt when you hold your head down later. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm realizing that people are just trying to have something to complain about with me. Mm-hmm. And that's why I just stopped being open to the public at large. I vet people, and if I like your personality, I'm like, yeah, I'm a licensed cosmetologist, but I don't need this. Like, you know, hold your head up. I feel like I'm that person at the store talking about, I don't need this crap. I don't need your money. I don't have to put up with your personality. Don't come back.
Right.
Versus the people who are mean to everybody whose hair they do, and they're just like, I'm doing this because I have a chip on my shoulder and I'm broke. And now I'm doing everybody's hair and I don't even like you. So don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Come pre-party, come clean, come this, come that. And you're just like, but what part are you doing?
Right. And it's like, okay, like you got a chip on your shoulder, but like you're not going to get money because nobody's going to want to come back to you because you're being mean to them. I don't know what to say.
But you know what? There's this whole culture about intentionally going to the stylists that are hateful and stuff so that they can make a video. Like it's an experience.
Right.
Like they literally title it, I'm going to the worst stylist, or the stylist with the worst review, blah, blah, blah. Because I don't really advertise. I pass out business cards to the people I like. And then I also, I'll just sit and listen, and I can hear people having whole conversations about hair, and I'm just going to be like, nah, I don't know. Sometimes I'll feel bad about someone's situation, and I'll respond to a post on social media, but usually I'm just kind of like, Yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym. Y'all, you know what? I don't know why you're having that issue, but you know what? I don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna interject, and I realize it's because some people just like to complain,
Right.
and so if I hear someone complaining about their stylist, like everything is like not what like you're doing is fine. That's cool. That's not complaining, but like you know what I mean when somebody's like everything is wrong
Oh,
and the
yeah.
world is boo boo and
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, huh, yeah, I don't need your money. I don't want it.
Right.
Let's keep all that.
Energy,
Yeah,
yeah.
keep your energy anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I tell people too. I was like, if you know that you don't like that person, don't tell them I do hair. That's none of their business.
Right.
If you don't like them, why would I like them?
Right. Right. Right.
You know you don't like them. You don't talk to them. You would never go to the store with them. You wouldn't go anywhere with them.
Right.
Don't tell them about me.
Yeah, because then it's just starting something at that point.
Right. Because then I'm going to be like, I'm going to call you. And as soon as they leave, I'm going to call you like, so you thought that I was broke and that I needed this crap, right? No, I don't need this.
Right, right. That's almost an insult.
Yeah. And people are like, oh, that's mean that you say that. I'm like, no, that's real.
It is real. I wouldn't say it's mean because I feel like it'd be mean, honestly, to say, like, sure, yeah. And then now you're, like, cursing out their friend or whatever.
Right.
And then now it's like, oh, well, I don't feel comfortable with you doing my hair anymore after the last person's like, well, no, you sent somebody that you knew was an issue and then
Right.
you had an issue and then I don't know what to tell you.
Exactly. And that's really where I'm at in life now. And I'm just like, I don't care enough to be fake with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, I'm not gonna pretend to just be okay with something I'm not.
Mm-hmm. You don't have time for that.
Yeah, I actually had one person I had to be like, you know what, I can't do your hair anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got mad at me for it, but
really?
It's not my problem.
Right.
It's not my problem.
Like, they can't force you to do their hair.
No. Because the thing is if I know that I don't like your personality, I'm not going to keep being in your energy. Like, I'm not going to, I've never been that person.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to start being that person now. And especially now with everything that I've endured, you're right. Mm-hmm. You go bother anyone. Look, you go bother anyone else.
Right, right.
I'm good. And my kids laugh at me because that's the avoidance side of my personality that a lot of people don't get to see.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, you seem so nice and you seem like you like everybody. I was like, thank you. I don't.
Right. I surround myself with people
that
I like, which makes me seem like I like everybody.
Exactly. Like, if I actually take the time to call you back, feel special. Because I don't call people.
Yes. Underline, bold.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I'm like anxious attachment until I'm avoidant attachment. It's like
exactly.
If you say that you don't like me, okay, you don't even have to finish that sentence. I'm already gone.
Right.
But, like, if I know that I care about you, like, you're almost gonna get annoyed at me being like, hey, what's up? Da-da-da.
No, I totally get that. And I tell people I care until I don't. And they don't understand that, but I think that is just like I don't know how to really. It's like I usually have the worst for it. I had too much caffeine.
Oh, you're good.
Caffeine messes with your short-term memory.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, I've learned. I have a divergent brain. So the thing about divergence we are really good at forgetting people. We may care, but once we really just get hyper focused on enough activities, it's like the memory just dissipates.
Right.
To the point, like, somebody asked me about somebody I dated, and I was like, who are you talking about?
Yep. Literally. No, literally the other day I was, like, talking to, like, I was kind of, like, I won't say, like, obsessed, but, like, I was, like...
Hyper-fixated
at the moment about this one guy. And then, like, they brought him up again, like, recently. And I was like, what was his name again?
Right.
Like, I, like, completely forgot.
That's like somebody asking you, what are the last 4 restaurants you ate at 3 months ago?
Right. Because, like, I know it was good. I enjoyed it, but I'm not that specific. I got other things going on.
You gotta It's either gotta be I really, really like you or I really, really don't like
Right,
you.
right.
But if you somewhere blonde in the middle, it's kind of like,
Okay.
I think I had dinner with them, but that was it.
Right.
You
No
don't-
malice, but
None.
also like
No shade. Just,
I barely remember.
was he mean to you? No, he was great. You don't remember anything. My therapist is the best at pulling that mess out of me, and I'm just like, I don't remember, and he thinks it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm being so serious right now. He said that's why it's funny, and he like literally laughs out loud at me.
Really?
Yeah, black guy. He thinks it's hilarious.
That's funny. No.
Because he is asking me, he's like, how are you so good at forgetting people? I was like, I just get distracted. It's not hard. I'll start gardening, or I'll get into a new hobby, or I'll start learning something, and then my brain is like, we don't need this mess. Let's make space.
Right.
But yeah, that's how that goes. These are so pretty. It's like already pretty.
Yay.
It may not be as curly as mine because I cheated. I put like a bunch of crochets through mine.
Oh, you're good.
But it's already looking good. I haven't looked and see who is actually watching us. We got viewers on both platforms. Yay. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Hello. I feel like normally I'll have everything just all in my face. Like the people who are in your camera, they got like a front row seat to your scalp, and the people in my camera have a front row seat to the back of your head.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
So look at both.
Yeah. If I learned how to combine them, you could have perfect view of both. I could scooch your camera back some. See, I just don't want to put it in the way of my other one. Okay, that's cool. But you see what I mean? Like, do you like it?
Oh yeah. No, this is gonna be really cute. I'm excited.
I feel like if my daughter seen your hair, this is what she'd be like, Mom, why do you keep making mine all tiny? I'm like, I don't know, sweetie. I don't mean to.
I mean, honestly, she should be grateful for tiny. That's a sought out commodity right now.
Man, my kids hate getting their hair done. Every time I try to do it, they complain. Except for this last time. This last time, both girls were actually so positive, and they both said really quietly they didn't complain. Which by quietly I mean they didn't complain. We had conversations,
right.
But like nothing bad. Like they had me laughing, and they both asked me. They're like, "How did you do such a good job this time?" I said, "Because you weren't complaining."
Right.
I was like, I get stressed out with all that negative energy, and you woe is me and breathing all hard, and now I don't want to work,
right?
And I can't just like get out of my chair, so
exactly.
Now I feel trapped, and then you're just complaining, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do.
Right. I mean, I feel like it's one of those like, it's because you have it type of vibe. You're like, I'm not gonna say you're not. They're grateful for it, I'm sure, but I think it's more so like they don't get like, it's difficult. Like to have like a braider mom, I feel like would be.
Man, these kids is not grateful. They are with other things, but as far as their hair, no. They like looking polished, but they don't. Cause I'm like, y'all, I'm a cosmetologist, and I actually like doing your hair. You know how many of my friends who are also cosmetologists who went to school with me, whose kids' hair look like the nothing.
Oh, that's sick.
And they were like, what do you mean? I'm like, they don't do their kids' hair. Their kids' hair is the last thing on their plate. And their hair is the last thing on their plate. I prioritize my hair and y'all's hair.
Right.
And they're like, well, how do you do that? I said, because you make time for what you want.
Yeah, I care, question mark.
Right. People make time for anything they actually want. So if they wanted to, they would.
Right.
Even though sometimes I'm super tired. I be so tired sometimes. And it's so funny because every time I braid one person's hair, there's at least 2 or 3 more. And to the point, I went to the gas station because you remember I told you I was going to stop and get something right before I came home. As soon as I got in the gas station, I seen one of my girls, and she's like, Markette, I'm sorry I didn't call you about my other flat iron, but I need my braids. I was like, when are you trying to get your hair braided? She's like, on the 1st. I was like, I don't know. And she's like, so you can't do my hair? I was like, let me look.
Right.
Because I didn't have my phone, and I'm not gonna remember schedule. I'm gonna be honest with you. If it's not in my phone, it didn't happen.
Right. Right.
So then I'm just like, I don't know. I was like, I would have to look. And then she was like, well, I really need my hair done. So then I get to the parking lot. She's like, oh, my sister's outside. And so as soon as I seen her sister, she was like, oh, hey, Markette, I need my hair braided. I'm like,
Oh.
It's always in threes.
Right.
And if this comb ends up falling while I'm doing your hair, it's gonna be somebody else. Sometimes they call right when, and then sometimes they don't. Just like I told your mom, I was flat ironing her hair, and then halfway through her hairstyle, somebody else like, my comb fell. I was like, oh, somebody else wants their hair flat ironed, and she's like, how you know? I said, just trust it.
Oh.
Before she left, she'll tell you. I had somebody call and want their hair flat ironed.
Wow.
And I'm like, see, that's how it goes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Such a like weird connection.
Yeah, I'm very clairvoyant, so I catch a lot of stuff, and my brain compartmentalizes synchronicities. So I have more. I know more than I let on about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll act like I don't know just because I don't want to talk about it.
That's fair.
But other times I'll lean into it, and I'm just like, oh, you ready? Here's the dissertation about blah blah blah. Are you ready?
Right.
And it's so funny because I had somebody ask me about my videos. They're just like, do you read from your videos or do you just create? I was like, oh, I create. And they're like, but it seems like you're reading a teleprompter. I said, yeah, it's called my brain.
Right, like, what? I don't even know what that means.
Oh, teleprompter?
No, like, I know what teleprompter is.
Oh.
I was saying more so, like, I feel like just speaking, like, I don't understand, like, how it, like, I don't understand her comment of, like, you speak like it's scripted.
Oh, it's because of the way that I present it. Most people are reading their phone. I didn't know this. I thought that most people just said what they felt off the top of their head and they hit send like I do.
Yeah.
But no, apparently most people create a script, they study the script, and then they read it as they make their content. First of all, I'm going to be drier than a board by the time I do all that.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't have the capacity. Like, by the time I tried to do half of that stuff, I'm going to be bored with whatever I was going to do, and then I just quit. Like, I'm just going to quit. I'm not going to make it.
Yeah. I mean, I, like, am really into, like, video editing and stuff like that, so I get the script thing, but at the same time, like, one of my, like, professors or something, she was like, you gotta speak extemporaneously. So, like, you got your bullet points, but, like, you, like, ramble about your bullet points almost.
Exactly.
And I feel like it allows you to be more present, honestly.
It does.
Like when you have the script, you're too busy memorizing the script and regurgitating than you are listening to, like, the audience and their body language.
Right.
So by the time you're done, you're like, okay, like, 2 people in the back are falling asleep, 1 person just yawned, and then there's like maybe 3 people that have a question because it didn't make sense two slides ago.
Right.
And then it's like, oh, I don't even remember what I was saying 2 slides ago because that was scripted.
Exactly.
So.
People's blink rates changing, their heart rates, they're starting to fidget, and then you have to stay on topic because you can't freestyle.
Yeah. And I'm really into like improv and stuff too. I took like a little class for it last semester, which was fun. So I have more fun when I'm speaking off the dome anyway, rather than like script, because I like reading like other people's body language to see like okay, like what did they like, what didn't they like, and like what do I need to lean into more and stuff. So you know, that's just me.
No, that's actually the same way I operate. I had to learn body language because I couldn't catch just the energy people were putting off.
Yeah.
I was just lost in the sauce, and I was like, I think it's okay, but I feel like they're starting to ignore me now, or they're walking away, or they're just like, I don't know. Like growing up, I couldn't figure it out, and then as an adult, I'm just like, oh, this is what that means.
Yeah.
Okay, they're leaning in. Okay, do more. Okay, they're leaning away. Okay, do less.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I even started focusing on learning about different speech patterns, the way that your syncopation pace, just the way that you emote, all that stuff matters.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that, like, I decided just to do a case study on all that kind of stuff because I would like to be a public speaker.
Oh, yeah.
And the more I leaned into it, the more I realized I'm actually a way better speaker than I realized, just because I do it naturally.
Right. People
And
have to be like, I feel like if anything with you, it'd be like shaving stuff off, while with other people, it's building the foundation.
exactly.
You know?
Yep, it's like putting the finishing touches on a painting versus having to teach you how to paint.
Exactly. And it's like, it's so funny. Like, it's not funny because I feel like, everybody starts at like whatever level, but I think it's like, I guess more interesting to me when like I see people present that have like don't have the skill, and I'm like, what possessed you to like do that? Like, and
Right.
like, it's because to me, you like, I'm a psych. I was a psych major. I just graduated.
I love
so,
psychology.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
So I just got my BA in psych.
Congratulations.
And in communication for technology and science. So like, I guess this resonates heavily.
Definitely.
But when I see people present who don't really like haven't learned the skill, I'm always just like, you're interacting with people every day. Like, why is it that like when you like do the exact same thing but like with a preparation, now it's like you're talking like underneath yourself, or you're not like looking, or this, that, whatever.
It's because they're overthinking.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, it is overthinking, but I'm just like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, just like chill. Like, these people are paying attention the same way you are. Like, these people, like, this is not a life or death situation. Like, just be comfortable, I guess. But I think that comes with like saying that is a little bit maybe naive, or I don't know, because I've learned it early on. My Carmen did debate, and my mom did like Toastmaster stuff. Like, I grew up around public speaking.
Right.
That doesn't seem like to be in a different world. Yeah.
So it's not naive. It's just you are acclimated into it just because of your life experiences.
Yeah.
Just like my daughters, the way that I speak to them. Like, my one daughter used to have the biggest fit about the way that I talk to them and with them, until she had job interviews and she learned, she's talking to me as if I'm being interviewed. I didn't know she could speak like that because she doesn't really go on job interviews.
Right.
And I told her, I was like, well, periodically, I challenge myself to go interview just to see if I could get the job. And then I get the job and realize, I don't need this crap, but thank you.
The experience.
It's just the experience, exactly. And then I actually love talking to your mom and your sister. I've literally sat and we had a really good conversation. I told both of them, I wish this was on camera, because as soon as your sister came, I was basically done. And then I had already turned off the camera, and then we got into this really good discussion, and it was so stimulating. I'm just like, man, of course there's no camera here for this. And then I kept figuring, like, should I cut it on? Should I not? Would it be weird? Like, I was just like, man.
Right.
It's like, it's okay. There'll be many more.
Right.
But no, this is so do you feel like it's gonna be full enough?
Oh yeah. No, and even like if it wasn't like super full, like, it's hot outside, I don't need
20 pounds of hair.
Exactly.
Yeah, I kept it minimal with the amount of hair I picked up, because I was like, we're not gonna need all this. And
I see the vision too, and I'm excited. So
yay!
Good. And
Your mom told you I was an artist too, right?
She didn't, but I kind of picked up on that, just like
from looking at the way my house is decorated.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, very artsy.
But I love that. I love creative people. My best friend is an art major, actually, art and psychology. So I think you would like him too.
I bet I would. I'm open to conversations.
So yeah, I'm all into the artsy stuff, and I haven't been into it lately, which I was like, oh, I didn't realize how much my mental health corresponded with creative outlets until right now. So
Oh, definitely, definitely. And then also just whatever you're taking in, whatever you're ingesting, whether it's through communication, reading, watching, listening, like all the ways that you put anything into your body, it's reflected in your mood and your energy.
mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm so protective of who can come in my space.
And I love that. I feel like that type of boundary is really necessary because you
It
don't
is.
like you really can't be wasting your life trying to be with people that don't fit your energy and space and stuff because like it's not like we all have like a a watch that says okay like on August 15th like that's
Right.
the day like no like you gotta take every day as if I know it sounds morbid
no,
but like
it is morbid, but it's a fact. You don't know if it's just your last hour or if you got 30 more years.
right.
So you have to make the most of the time that you have. Just
Mm-hmm.
like I used to believe that I was slow at doing hair because people were like, oh, you're so slow at braiding hair. You're so slow at this and the third. And then I realized I'm not slow. They get on my nerves. When I am annoyed, I take longer to work because now I am physically, mentally stressed from trying to hold my tongue from saying something that would be reckless.
Yeah.
So now the energy that would be spent on doing the hair was given to being professional.
Right.
But now I'm just like, whoa, why, who does that? I'm not messing up my energy for y'all.
Right.
How about y'all go kick a rock?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go be great, and I'm gonna let the people who deserve my energy have it.
Exactly.
And that's why people travel so far to get their hair done because they're just like, you are like, I feel so much better after getting my hair done. I actually feel calm. I feel like I'm liked. I feel heard.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's part of your experience. That's
right, because I feel like you're authentic too.
Yes.
Which I feel like is very refreshing, especially in today's world where everybody's trying to be nonchalant and not show, who they are or are embarrassed about who they are and stuff. So just being able to talk freely and stuff is just really nice. So
oh, thank you. No, I tell people all the time they think that I'm faking my personality for social media until they actually watch me in real life and they're like, oh my gosh, that's your personality. I'm like, yeah, no shit. And so then people are like, how do you go live so much? I said, because I really just say whatever pops in my head, and that is what it is.
Right. The live button's just there. I mean,
it is just there.
It would have been said regardless.
Yes, and a lot of the times I actually forget that the cameras are there. It's just like when I'm on set.
Yeah.
I forget the cameras are there. You know it's there, but like by hour 3, you're just like, you don't remember it unless it's literally in your face.
Right.
And that's why people are always like, oh, why do the people on these shows act like it? I'm like, because they literally are so used to it being there that they forgot. It's like a background.
Yeah.
It's like white noise.
Right.
Your brain gets accustomed to it and then it stops noticing it.
Exactly. And it's not like a hard line where it's like whatever you say like will be held against you. It's like especially when gotta be yourself because I mean as much as you can be. Like I know there is a script with that one, but
right,
it'll be all right. Someone's getting paid to edit the way you say a certain thing. So.
Exactly, especially with a lot of the celebrities. A lot of that stuff is pre-filmed. Yeah. They claim a lot of it's live, but a lot of it's pre-filmed because there are so many topics and things that they really can't speak on for legal reasons.
Yeah.
But it sounds good to say it's all fully live. It's cute to say it. But no, it's not.
Right.
We're literally the same skin tone.
Really?
Yeah, look.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's great.
That's so funny. You have the same exact.
Wow.
Yeah, so just know you can wear every color I can wear.
Okay.
Wow, you're literally the same golden undertone.
That's funny.
It is. I was looking at the back of your ear and stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, we're the same color. That's fun.
Wow.
Do you hear people talk about, oh my gosh, your skin is so glowy?
Not really.
I'm surprised.
I went to a PWI though, so
okay.
Yeah, we can go from that mindset, but
primary white school.
Yeah,
predominantly white school.
Yeah.
I know. I was thinking about it and I was laughing in my head and then I realized somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, what does that mean that you agree?" Without.
Right. My bad. Yeah.
No. You're cool. I just I don't know. For some reason, I felt like someone in their head was saying, "What does that mean?" But didn't want to
Yeah.
put it in the comments. So.
No, you're good. I mean, people do ask me that a lot, which I'm surprised sometimes, especially when it's somebody like where like I would just assume that they knew.
Yeah.
Like not even because they're black or anything, but like I guess like just from the environment. And then they'd be like, "What's a PWI?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, uh, primarily white institution." But I also grew up like all of my schools were like that because like I lived in Virginia and the school there was like more honky tonk than Nashville to be
Oh
completely
my
honest.
gosh.
Like yeah, they're just like because it was imagine Nashville if it was like a beach town, I
Mhm.
guess. So a little bit of that like surfer but also don't really care attitude on top of the country accents and boots is like
No, I
I
totally understand. I grew up in a predominantly white city. Calls, but no, I totally understand. And being I didn't realize how racist my city was that I grew up in was until I lived in DC, North Carolina, Florida,
yeah.
and everywhere else, Alabama, and then I go back home and I'm like, what in the racist foolishness?
It's
Why
yeah.
are you looking at me, sir?
Yeah.
Why? What is that look in your eye mean? And
Right.
we're brazened at this point. So
Mhm.
then when we go in there and they look at us crazy and we say something smart, and then we
Right.
realize like, oh crap, we were acclimated to think that this is
Yes.
normal, and now we're not. We see it for what it is. It's
Right.
bigotry, and now we're just like, whoa.
Right. And I mean even like being at school, like I've been able to like learn not how to take crap from people like my biggest like pet peeve like I guess that like not in regards my biggest pet peeve is like smacking but
Mm-hmm.
like in regards to like
Oh,
racism and stuff is
right.
like when a white person like sees you walking towards them
Oh, and they
and
grab the
you're
purse or something.
no they just keep walking towards you like they're going to move
Oh, you're talking about
and
like they intentionally get in your lane and
yeah
just keep
yeah like I'm on the right
steady.
side the only way that I would be able to get out their way is the grass and they just keep on walking and like
Oh, I
that
don't
was
move. I don't move.
terrible at my school but then like I so I would always like I was ingrained to just move out the way didn't
Oh my
realize
gosh,
it
with your height and stuff, I would have
yeah
just stood there. I
right right
would
right right
even now, even with my current height and weight, because I used to be a little thicker.
mm-hmm.
I was still at 5'7.5", 143 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a damn what size you are.
Yeah
I'm walking in that same pace, that same space, and if we end up toe to toe, I'm looking at you and like,
literally
so what are we about to do? Are we both gonna take a step to the left, or
yes
are
yes
we both gonna take a step this way?
I just keep
What are we
moving
doing?
because
Or and
eventually
if
they
you
move.
bump me, I'm bumping back. So
My bad. And then it's always just this look of like, like oh, like
right.
I'm sorry, like because I feel like they
Oh,
don't
I'm
even
not
real.
sorry, and I
No,
don't think I
not
don't.
me. I'm
Yeah.
saying they say like I'm sorry. Like it's
Oh
almost
yeah,
like
yeah,
they're in a
yeah.
trance. Like I didn't even realize I was doing that. It's like okay, but like once again, almost 6 foot like 6 foot woman walking towards you.
Right.
Like I would love to be Bella Hadid, but unfortunately I'm not. So it's not like I'm thin. Like, what about you thought that I was gonna move out the way?
Exactly.
And
Take up your space and don't move. Don't bump
right,
and have no
yeah.
apology about it, and look them dead in their eyes as they approach.
I say excuse me. Like that's it.
Yeah, I mean it depends on how you're looking at me. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest. Sometimes I'll say excuse me, and then sometimes I won't say anything, and then sometimes I'll look you square in the eye. I'm like, so who's gonna fall? Because I am more
Right.
solid than you are. I have a
Right.
good strong core. We can interact and we can see what happens. Like
Right. Right. Well,
it is
yeah.
what it is. Let's interact. Let's make contact and let's see who has the reaction.
Exactly.
Because you seen just like I seen, and you chose that you wanted to poke the bear.
So here we go.
Yeah, so here we go. Not in a hateful way, not
No,
just,
no, no,
but
no.
we're also not gonna be passive.
Boom. But
Yeah, none of that.
So that was something I like. It was just funny. I never even knew that was a part of me. But
Oh
also,
yeah.
is it okay if I use the restroom? Well, I'm not,
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So there's one downstairs to your right.
Okay. Fine.
Oh, hold on, let me make sure. I don't, y'all. We will be right back. I don't. Let me check real quick. It should be fine. I know they always get mad when you in the live open. All right, sorry, y'all. Who is actually on here watching this? Franklin. Hey. Hey, Kayla. Hey, Riza. Who's on this one? I don't know. I can't even see who's on here. Oh, thank you so much, Ari. I really appreciate that. Yeah, y'all. I'm making really good time. It's only 3:26 and we're already a whole row in. Yeah, I'm definitely, this is what I do. I'm a licensed cosmetologist by trade, and this is literally one of my skill sets. And that's why I tell people too, as long as people are super nice, it always goes quick. It's when people are dismissive or hateful, that's what makes it take forever. It's not my ability to braid. It's, are they getting on my nerves? And that is always important. But I am also a very energy driven person. So if everybody is just cool and nice, I can really do a great job. But then if they're hateful, I don't know. And that's why I tell people, it's like, I don't know how it's going to turn out when you're hateful. But good luck with that. But I also learned in life, you get what you put into it. But while we wait, I was trying to lay out some of the hair. But yeah. Anybody got any questions while you got my full attention? I'm looking at both cameras, but I want to make sure I give y'all some time. But yeah, get this going. Cause I love that message. All right. Hey, Marvin. But yeah, y'all, I love doing hair. That's why I became a cosmetologist. It's because I worked as a child. I had a clientele at 10 years old. So this is literally something I've always been able to do from as far as I can remember. I probably should have laid this out a little bit better, but I think it'll be fine. Yeah, Ari. Hey, Grace. Hey, everyone else. So the color, so this is the Freetress Deep Twist hair, and the color is 1B and 4. The 1B is 22 inches, and the 4 is, I think, 12 inches. And then I use the Shake and Go 3x Kids in a 28 inch for the braid itself, which will make it so that it's not bulky. That's why you haven't seen me having to cut or stop or do any of those unnecessary things, because I've learned how to balance the length with the curls, so I don't have to go through and cut like you see the people do on Instagram. And I'm not really sure how long have we been working?
Got here, it's been like about 50 minutes.
50 minutes?
Yeah, because I got here at like 2:30.
Oh my gosh. So your good energy is just keeping me grounded, because ma'am.
I know.
And that's with blow drying and everything.
Oh my god.
Because you remember we started with a blow dry.
That's true. I'm really excited. This brown looks so good too. Like I like the subtlety of it, honestly.
Yay. Yeah, I'm really big on color, and I do like custom colors.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep so much hair. Like, I just know I spent thousands and thousands of dollars in this room.
I bet. I mean, when I walked in, I was like, this is the beauty supply store right here.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, I got more in this room than some people got in their paycheck, but for the year. But
right.
I realized it's just, hell, more than I get in a paycheck in a year sometimes. But I realized that I like to just have stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to always have to go to the store.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever people realize that like during COVID and all that stuff, and they're like, oh, I can't get my hair done because I don't have hair, and my clients were still looking amazing. Yeah. It matters.
It matters, yeah. And like, yeah, everything's already here at your disposal, so you don't have to think about it. I have like a little like ottoman that I've just designated as my hair ottoman, and it's like a 20% version of everything in this room. Where it's like, oh,
Hey,
if I need
Keisha.
something.
Oh yeah, that matters. Hey, Natasha. No, that's good to have. I tell everybody, just keep your stuff. You might need it, you might not, but
Right.
I mean, as long as you have the storage and it's not overtaken like it is in here, you're good. Because in here, it's literally like I have nowhere to put anything.
But it's also like a room designated for it, so I feel like that's fine.
It'll be the only room I allow to stay cluttered because it's like you're literally throwing away money. So it's just like, no, we're gonna act like it doesn't exist. We're gonna put a blinder on it.
Right.
But I love the fact that this is looking so good, and I like the fact that you're open to whatever. You're just like, here's my basic things that I want, and as long as it's this, it's fine.
I know, I trust you.
Yeah, that really makes it easier too. Like I tell people that all the time. I'm like, just give me creative freedom.
Right.
That's all I ask for.
Exactly. Plus, I feel like people tend to do better when you give them that creative freedom. You know, like, and I understand, like, there's some times where, like, it has to be a certain thing or nothing. And there's also sometimes where people say creative freedom, but they're not really the most creative people.
Right.
And then it's like, oh. But I, like, you know.
Yeah, it's different if the person's not artistic and then they're just like, I'm going to just try this, but they've never tried it before.
Yeah.
And they're one of those people who learn through repetition. Yeah, that's scary. I've had to fix a lot of those people.
Yeah. Like, so, but
how much would it cost if you fix this?
Right. But the fact that, you know, my mom and, you know, my grandma, like, both of them, like you and everything, I'm already like, okay, like, I don't even have to think about it, to be honest.
You're like, it's fine. Right. She's gonna do a great job because she does a great job on the rest of my family.
Exactly. And I complimented my grandma's hair. I saw her, I was like, oh wow, like,
oh, you're the grandbaby she was talking about, like,
yeah. No, I was like, oh, like, because it was something like I've never seen on her before, and I was like, you don't see a lot of older people with braids, and even though it wasn't like a full on, like, you know, cornrow or whatever, like, I was like, I think it looked really nice. You know?
Thank you.
Like, yeah. I don't
it was age appropriate while bold.
Yeah. I mean, age appropriate, but also like youthful in a way where it was like you're accentuating rather than, you know, trying to conceal.
Right. It's one of those things where she definitely had a younger vibe from her hair versus looking like she was trying to recapture her youth.
Yeah, because sometimes, I mean, all props, do whatever you want to do, but there's some people out there where it's like, okay, you got the 40-inch bust down, but then you
turn around and it's like,
I'm like, okay, Snow White, where can we get you? Like,
right.
Like, love that you are confident. But
I feel that.
Like I feel bad saying that because I'm trying not to, like, you know, be mean.
Because I think the same thing. That's why I'm cracking up over here, because in my head I'm just like, the idea of that was so cute. The execution was so wrong for your appearance.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's like the same way where like you don't slim down for the dress, you just get a different dress. Like, right. I feel like if you want to look like a box of, you know, biscuits popping out with the spoon, like, okay, sure, that's all you, because like you got the cute dress, but I feel like it would look cuter if you got a dress that worked, you know,
or if you're gonna wear the cute dress and it's not quite your body type, at least make it fit,
you know. Like, sometimes there's dresses where it's like, I'm going to just make this into a top, put some pants underneath it. Now it looks like an outfit.
Right.
Because I don't know if my mom has told you, but, like, I'm, like, really into fashion and stuff.
I love that.
And so, like, at school, I talk about school a lot just because I just graduated.
No, you're good. I like it.
That transitional period.
No, but it is still a thing. It's so fresh in your heart, and whatever you want to talk about, I'm good.
But I was the producer, actually, of the Fashion Week like
Oh, I wish
club
I'd have known.
organization.
I would have been over there as a model.
No, you're like, I mean,
I
we
would've
we had
loved that.
a collab between Vandy and TSU, and so it was like we ate down, and unlike other schools where we kind of like, it's like either everybody, like it's completely students or like completely designers.
Mm-hmm.
We always do a combination of both. So we had designers that like flew, like shipped their stuff in from Paris, but then we
that's
also
amazing.
had people who completely designed, sewed, altered their outfits from scratch, that also happened to be an engineer,
Mm-hmm.
majoring in political science and this, that, whatever. So that allowed everybody to kind of express themselves the way they want,
Mm-hmm.
rather than, we wouldn't do it where we have like the aquatic collection and every outfit has to be some type of mermaid theme.
Right.
Instead, we would contact the designers and be like, hey, let us know your vision, let us know what you want, and then we will curate models, makeup, hair that fits your collection. And so that was almost like a little sampling plate of all these different designs that you could see. So like you might have like this ethereal silk, goddess collection, and then right afterwards it's like grunge, hot topic,
Mm-hmm.
rock
I love
band. And so it's just like a
you
really
had
fun.
miniature shows. Your show was its own miniature.
It was like,
Each one had its own scene, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
It's like miniature scenes in a movie.
Exactly. And it's one big fashion show, and like the whole year is like built on making this one show,
Mm-hmm.
so that it can be like the biggest it can be. And so like we like rent out this whole building, and it has like a spiral staircase, and
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
I modeled in it. So like that's how I started by modeling.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, wait, I actually want to do more things within this club. And so, it was just like really fun. But that whole tangent was meant to be I just really like curating outfits and like expressing myself through clothes.
That explains your outfit you had today, because I love it. I was like, oh, that's so fun. And
Yeah.
I think about that kind of stuff all the time. So I'm going to an all white party tomorrow.
Oh wow! Oh my gosh!
And I went to the mall because I was stuck in the mall of Green Hills, and I could not find anything I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this cream romper downstairs. It's like a lace cream romper.
Yeah.
And I needed it white. So I took time to bleach it white. But the underlayment didn't turn white. Okay. So it's like white and cream.
But that sounds really nice to me. I'm not gonna.
And then whenever I get done with your hair, depending on what time it is, I'm going to, if I have time, I'm going to cut my grass. But then I'm going to take this either the silver glitter or some white glitter nail polish, and I'm gonna put speckles of it on it too, just to make it pop, because my vision for the outfit was actually white and glitter.
Oh, I love that.
So then I was just like, okay, Markette, you have to custom, because I took sewing class in high school, and
awesome.
I used to really be big into fashion and all that kind of stuff, which I still am, because if you watch the way I am when I'm dressed up, it really is, it gets crazy sometimes. With the makeup and everything, like
you gotta go out.
I go big or go home. And so then I'm just like, okay, let's keep playing. How far can we push the envelope on this? So now I'm just like, I think that might be my thing. I need to cut the grass tonight. I need to work out for a little while, but I definitely need to play with my outfit, because I have till 4. Well, it starts at 4:00 tomorrow, but I don't want to. I need anything that's gonna be wet to be dry by tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it for some reason, like with anything like that, if you wait until the morning of,
it's not gonna work.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. You got 12 hours to dry. It's tacky.
Right. Honestly, as soon as you say it's last minute, like I feel like the universe is just like, okay, we're gonna make it where like this is a learning lesson. It's like, okay, well, you had like 24 hours to dry, and somehow it's still wet.
Right.
But then same situation, but I'm not brushing, and it's dry within 2 hours. Yep. So. You know what? Whatever.
Yep, but heat is always your friend.
Yep, that's true.
Heat is your friend. So it's just like, I got it sitting in. I washed it and everything last night, and then now it's sitting in the window, and I just need to add my touches, because it's too basic right now. And I was trying to figure out if I wanted to wear heels or not, but then I think I'm gonna do my iridescent glittery Adidas with it.
Okay.
Because I don't want my feet to hurt.
Boom. There you go.
So I'm just like, it's either gonna be cute or not, but I don't give a damn. My feet are not gonna hurt.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, too, you could do like take photos in the heels and then immediately put the Adidas on, have the time of your life, and then that way you got both.
That's true.
Best of both worlds.
Maybe I'll just still bring a pair of heels. Even if I just brought a pair of heels, did a few circles around the room, and then switched into the tennis shoes, go dance, boom, and then right before I leave, just go back out there, switch again, depending on how far I park.
I do that all the time. Literally, like heels. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, are you gonna be okay?" I'm like, "Yup," because I got these Crocs right here.
And she said Crocs.
Yes.
You took it all the way to the Croc.
Yes. Because I'm comfortable and everybody else is over here complaining and I'm like having the time of my life. And the thing is too, like, one, I'm so tall that like if you're looking all the way down there, like, okay.
Why are you looking down anyway?
Right. And then two, you gotta have a certain level of audacity to be like, why you got Crocs on? Like that goes back to earlier, like, okay, why'd you say something?
Right.
And then three, I just feel like, especially in like really like party environments, I get more compliments on the Crocs than I do the heels because they're like, dang, I should have thought of that. Like,
yeah, because it's a bold statement,
right?
And the thing is I have a pair of black leather thigh high boots that are 6 inches that I can wear for like 6 hours at a time comfortably. Wow. But the only thing is it's an all white party, so even though I have on a white dress, if I come with some thigh high black leather boots.
Change it up immediately.
Then it's gonna be like, oh, so you got on these black shoes at an all white party, like, and I'm taller than you, so what are you gonna do about it?
Boom.
So then I'm just like, I don't know, because I don't have white heels. I have some cream clogs that are heels that are Jessica Simpson, but they are uncomfortable. I walked in them things in church, and by the time church was over, I was limping, and I was like, so Jessica Simpson gives no damns about comfort.
Right.
This is why you don't buy cheaper heels. I'm just like, okay, I'm learning.
Right.
It is not a splurge. It is important. On heels and boots, you have to go big or go home.
Right. Yep.
So I was like, we'll figure that out. I have a few hours to figure it out though.
Right. I mean, even right now, you can think about it and stuff if you want.
Yeah, I'm not gonna think about it because then I'll overthink about it, and then
that's fair too.
I will end up in my heart. Hey Ari. I do not know how to wave on there, but okay. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Like I think about a lot of stuff. I've realized the more I've leaned into my creativity, the less I care about other people's thoughts, feelings, or emotions when it comes to anything that's not positive towards me or my kids.
Right.
So I'm just like, so you're irrelevant. It's okay.
Yep. Pretty much.
I think about that kind of stuff a lot. And it used to be a rumination, and now it's just a thought. So I'm just like, that's growth. And don't worry if you say something that they might not understand, because I say stuff people don't understand all the time. And then sometimes even with you, I thought about it in hindsight. We both had stuff that we were saying and I didn't say anything about it because I didn't think about it in the moment.
No, you're good. I mean, it's an organic conversation. So
right.
It's hard to like take yourself out of it sometimes.
But it's good though. Sometimes people need to hear how smart people actually communicate versus when we're just talking to regular
people. Hi, hello.
Right. So how's the weather?
Right.
Cringe.
Sorry.
No, I literally feel I don't do good with small talk. That is a pet peeve.
It makes me pull my hair out.
Yeah.
But it's also like, I guess that's just something like I don't understand. Like I don't know. I'm just like, can we just talk regularly? And then as soon as like you put on that, like people put on that filter of like I'm just small talking.
Yeah, I don't.
Like,
it's over my head.
Yeah, I'm either gonna like dissociate or I'm going to put on like my corporate voice and be like, yeah, and then it trails off and then it's awkward and then I walk away. But I was listening to like a podcast the other day too, and I feel like she kind of like helped with that because she was saying go beyond the like how are yous like in regards to small talk when it's like forced. And I just tried it at a like I went to like this coffee shop that I love, Surefire Coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just talking to the guy. I was like, "Oh, how are you?" And he was like, "I'm good." And then like I was like, "Oh, like what have you been up to today? Like, has it been busy?" Next thing you know, we're talking about like our days and like, I was like, I went to like this boxing class, and he was like, "Oh, like that's so cool, that's so badass." And, like, we're just like it turned into like a fun conversation. Next thing you know, like the coffee tastes 10 times better because like the person actually likes you now. And I was
Right.
like, that was like. I feel like I benefited from that more than just
You
like
definitely do. Just like the
right.
lady with my burrito today. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to. That's that ADHD, but you're on the
No,
same.
no,
You're
I
neurodivergent
was, I
too,
was
so
like,
you
what do you
literally do
mean?
the same. Okay, I forgot. Yeah, okay, sometimes I do it, and then I realize people think you're trying to one up them, but then they don't
No,
realize that's how we relate.
I.
That's how we relate to you, as if
It's like sympathizing, like, oh yes, I
yes.
get it. No, literally, when you said that, I was like, yeah, like I did
I'm
not
trying.
even
You don't
think.
think about it, but I have to think about it because now I'm learning that I do it, and I have to stop
Oh,
myself.
you're good.
But you like it, so we're gonna go with
Right.
it.
I overthink it all the time. I'm always like, oh wait, I'm not trying to like say that my experience is different or
Right.
better than yours.
It's
You're
just
good. You're good.
so what happened was I was having a conversation with a lady, but I skipped the small talk altogether.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time I was just talking about, I was like, "Hey, you look like you're having a bad day." And then she got to go, and I was like, "Hey, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna say this is a great day, and this
Mm-hmm.
is positive." And I think maybe it was meant for me to come in here to talk to you because God knew that you needed someone to cheer you up and to let you know that it gets better. And she's like, "I've been here for 4 years." I was like, "Okay, so finding another job will be better."
Right.
But you have to think positively while
Yeah.
you're stuck here.
Yeah.
And then by the time I got done talking to her, she gave me like 4 extra free toppings.
Wow.
I
Wow.
was like, well, thank
Crazy.
you so much. I was like, you know what? I really appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And she's like, well, you helped me mentally, and so I helped your belly. I was like, you know
Boom.
what? I'm grateful, and it was a win-win. So
Win-win. Because sometimes, like, people just think they're stuck, but they're not. And I feel
yeah,
like that conversation probably helped her realize, like, hey, maybe I don't need to be doing this. Like, maybe there is, like, a way out of this situation. Because sometimes, like, you like really just have to stick it out and do it, but other times it's like I'm doing this just because it's a part of my routine, not because I like it.
right,
And so once you shift your mindset, you're like, what could I be doing for myself that
exactly.
I would like?
Because what her issue is that she has childcare issues, and
Mm.
her son was literally at the job too. So that's because she had to have him there while she waited for her husband because their schedules slightly overlapped.
Yeah.
So she would have to have a job where she can actually have him be picked up without it creating a conflict if he has to come to work. But at his age, there's a lot of places that don't care.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of places. The people do it all the time.
Yeah.
But I've learned it's not my job to micromanage. It's not my job to tell people where their flaws are or shortcomings are with stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just tell them what is put on my heart, and then I'll brace and see how they react, and then I go about my life.
Right.
And sometimes I tell people what's placed on my heart to tell them, and then I get this really shitty reaction, and I'm just like, well, it's fine. At least I told them.
Exactly. You know.
Versus not telling them, and then it picks at your soul, and you're just like, I was supposed to tell them this,
Right.
and now it's stuck in my head, and I don't know what to do about it,
Right.
and I can't call and tell them.
Boom! Now you're ruminating about something
Yes.
that wasn't even a thing.
Exactly. Yeah, you got the definition of rumination. Okay, that was the word we were talking about earlier that I couldn't think about.
Yeah.
Yay! See,
Boom.
man, we could have a podcast, and it'd be so educational.
It would.
It's fun to be with a like-minded person.
It's refreshing. It
really
like
is refreshing.
Take the
mask off.
Yes. Exactly.
No more masks today.
Right. Right.
I love the way all these synchronicities just keep happening. So fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think about all that kind of stuff all the time because I always felt like the biggest weirdo, and sometimes I felt ugly when I was younger. Not now. Now you can't tell me I'm not the sexiest thing in the room. But when I was younger, I felt so weird and just I was just isolated. And now I realize it's the way I process stuff. And so then I was bored
Mm-hmm.
So I asked ChatGPT if he could give me a IQ test. So of course they were like, technically we cannot give you an IQ test.
However,
And I said, so if you were going to give me, I said, rate me.
Hypothetically.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I said, can you give me a hypothetical IQ test? And then after I took the test, I said, but can you adjust it based off of every conversation we ever had?
Wow.
And so he did all that. Don't ask me how I came up with those prompts. Just I don't know.
I didn't think anything of it.
I do that kind of stuff.
I ask ChatGPT things all the time that are random.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I try to be like cautious of it because like I don't like how AI is replacing things, but I also like when you can, get different ideas that you didn't think of before.
Yeah.
So it's a balance you gotta strike.
Well, the reason why I got into it all is because my neurologist told me I was super smart. My doctor told me I should be a doctor. My lawyer told me I should be a lawyer. My therapist told me I should be a therapist. And by the time everyone kept telling me what I should be,
right,
I was like, well, fuck, how smart am I?
Right.
So then I realized I changed the way that I communicate. I changed the way that all my stuff changes based off of who I'm talking to, which is also a sign of intelligence as well. So then but I also love isolation.
Yes, yeah.
So apparently that's a sign of intelligence too. So then I end up asking where do I fall in this? And he said, based off of everything I know, you're in the high 120, you're over 125 in the mid 30s, 130s.
Oh my God.
And I was like, so what does that mean? Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, I don't really know what that means, sir, but okay.
Like top of the top.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know. I was just like, I said, so then I said, so what is that? I said, so I don't understand what that means. And he was like, well, the average person is somewhere around 80. The people who are intellectually in a disability range, they're about 70s. Anything lower than that, then you're really messing with the people that are adult babies.
Right.
So then, okay. And then apparently I have really good audio recall based off of if I like it or not. So I know you're like, okay, she's getting verbatim with this conversation she had on her phone.
You're good.
But then I got to...
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, you're good. So then we got into all the different levels of IQ and then all the different things. And then he said that it's not just that stuff. It's also just the way that you... your sense of reason, the way you just handle problems. Like there's a lot of different facets of IQ that a lot of people would never even consider.
Yeah.
And the reason, and that's like, so why was I made to feel dumb at school? He said, you were probably bored. I was like,
boom. Yeah.
I was like, you know what?
Yeah, not creatively challenged. Because I feel like, I don't know, like, do you like puzzles and stuff?
Love
like
them.
That? Yeah. I feel like when you have like, I saw this tweet actually where it was like the best time a girl can have is like making new connections and like looking at patterns and stuff.
Oh yeah, I do that naturally.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like, that creative stimulation versus like in school where it's like regurgitate, learn the same thing, regurgitate again. It's like, okay, I'm, like you said, like they said, I'm bored.
Yeah, and then usually the person, and I noticed my grade in a class was codependent on if I liked the teacher or not.
Interesting.
Because I've always, like, all 4 years of English class, I always had the best teachers. Like, when you're, like, I always had, like, my coach or somebody who was just super talkative. All you had to do is stand up in class, read the material in a way that was interesting, and give your opinion.
Wow.
How hard is that?
God forbid.
So I had a perfect 100% all 4 years of high school in English. Now, some of my other grades was horrible. Like, I about failed English, Spanish 2 years in a row. Like, I think I had the lowest D you could have.
Really?
Yeah. And then I tried it again. Yeah. I actually know more Spanish as an adult than I did in high school. And I took 2 years of it.
No. I feel like I took Spanish from, let's say, 5th grade to my freshman year of college, and you probably know more Spanish than me, just because they just kept teaching the same thing over and over and like getting really heavy into like the grammatical aspects,
right?
But never taught speaking. So it's like, I know, hola, ¿cómo estás? Like, muy bien. And then as soon as you start saying, puede
So hi,
ir,
are
I'm
you
like,
very
oh,
good?
mm.
So yeah, so mine was from, hey Ari, I don't know what you said. You can put it back, and if I read it, if I say it, I'll definitely respond. I'm sorry, but yeah. So with me, I took Duolingo. So Duolingo is Español España. So it's proper Spanish.
Yeah.
Which so yeah, I could be like, hola, cómo estás? Me llamo esta Markette, o mi nombre es Markette. Yo vivo en la ciudad de Nashville. Yo tengo dos hijas. Yo vivo en una casa muy grande. Yo no tengo un hijo. No, yeah. Yo no tengo un esposo.
Hey, and it's okay.
Yeah, and it's fine.
Yeah.
For now. Like I
and estoy bien. Like,
sí, muy estoy bien. And it's like I know a lot of Spanish until I'm questioned.
I had to take I literally had to take a test freshman year because they do it where you don't just get into a class. You have to
test in it.
Yeah, you have to test into it. And so unfortunately I cheated.
Right.
It's like, okay, like there's no prompter. It's just like, just do the best you can.
Right.
And so my friend was like, hey, you can test into like a good level, like a good level in the sense where if you have to take baby Spanish, that
right.
had 0 credit to it. And then before you could take the one that did have credit.
Yes, like a pre-Spanish class versus that one it actually.
Right. So they were like, if you look up maybe 2 or 3 words, then you can automatically test into the one where you get credit rather than having to take the baby one first.
Right.
So I was like, makes sense. I'm going to do that.
Right.
I did it too well and got into like multi-level Spanish, writing comprehension. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to survive one day in that class.
Right, that's when they're speaking in full speed.
Yes, fluent. It's for the people that spoke Spanish in the household.
Right.
So I went to the counselor and I was like, hey, unfortunately, like, I'm going to just be transparent. Like, I don't think I did as well as I was supposed to. I don't think I did better than I was supposed to. And she's like, no, like, people say that all the time. Like, don't, like, berate yourself. Like, I think you're going to do great. And so she's like, if you really feel uncomfortable, we'll take a test. And, like, I'm going to just talk to you a little bit, and I'll place you myself.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, cool.
I would have talked a little bit smaller than what I should have, so that way.
Well, let's just say she was like, I think you should take the baby Spanish after that, because I was never taught how to speak. And I was like, I hear you. Right. I can't say anything back to you.
So you understand, but you can't reply.
Yeah.
So you were replying in English.
Kind of. So, like, I understood what you were saying, and I'm best suited at reading. So, like, I could read a magazine that was in Spanish type of vibe. But as soon as you tell me to have, like, a conversation with somebody, lights out.
So you're like me.
Right. Like, I can't...
Except you're actually better because you actually have a better foundation.
I guess. But, like, even, like, what you just did is, like, that... I would have to go a little bit slower, Oh,
that's just because I speak fast naturally. That's not because I'm good at Spanish. My brain my natural speech. Okay, so this is one of the things I do is masking, even though I didn't realize it. And that's why I keep slowing my pace down as I get excited. So when I was a child, I spoke extremely fast. Like, extremely fast. Like, think about your playback speed at like a 3.5 or 3.
Yeah. I mean, I listen to audiobooks that fast. But,
okay, so then I could speak to you in my full natural pace, and you would be like, oh, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, and then, once again, I feel like we just got the same stuff.
But other people don't. And so then when I was talking to ChatGPT about the speed of my words, he was like, wow, that was really quick, But even when you're talking fast, it's a really good dictation. You're really articulate, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh. I was like, yeah, because that's the natural rate that my brain processes the information. Right. But then when I go and I start talking like that to anyone else, they're like, huh?
Like, what you say?
What?
Right.
And I was just like, slow down, Marquette. You're thinking too fast.
No.
And then I realized that one of my problems in school was I was thinking faster than I could write. So when I would write, I was leaving out words.
Interesting.
So then when I would go back and the first 3 grades were the hardest. Like I failed 3rd grade because I couldn't spell. Because not only am I autistic and ADHD and OCD, I am dyslexic with number dyslexia and regular dyslexia.
Oh.
So, yeah, spelling was not fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. It only took 2 tries to get to 3rd grade, but
hey, you got there.
Hey, I got there. I graduated.
And honestly,
and
that's
I had a
still
good
better. Like, that's still better than, anybody else with that same situation. Cause
right.
Just having one, you're already like, you're a little bit cooked, but
yeah.
Hey.
But it's funny because now, as an adult, now that I actually like writing and I actually like reading, my spelling is actually, like, there's a lot of stuff that I can spell that most people who are quote unquote good spellers can't spell. Like, I'm learning that the way that I process stuff, I can spell better in Latin than I can in English when it comes to complex words. And that's why, like, a lot of the times when I'm at the doctor's office and they're talking about different medications and I get to spelling them real quick and they're like, do you need me to tell you what it is? And I like, no, I don't. I already looked it up. And they're like, so you didn't need me to help you? It's like, for what? It's like, no. It's like, I got this, but thank you though. Appreciate you.
Right.
No worries. And then when you say stuff like that, they're like, have you ever thought about being a doctor? No. I don't like to smell people.
That's true.
That's a pet peeve of mine, like stinky people. Oh my gosh. There was this one lady, I don't want to talk bad about somebody, but she's too old to not know that she smelled like that.
Boom.
Her back air was foul.
No.
And I'm just like, so
imagine the front.
Man. And I'm just like, so you have a relationship? So I was like, are you married or anything? She's like, yeah, I have a husband. And I'm like, oh. Okay.
So, so because to me that just sounds like he stinks too.
Yeah.
But they're happy together. But
yeah.
my thing is like, I don't know, as someone who's not like pencil thin and stuff like that, I've always grown up around like double deodorant, spray, just whatever. But now it's
hit
like
the creases.
Yes, but now it's almost like it's an interest of mine. So like I love perfumery. I love like different scents, and so I'm not smell bomb right now.
No, you smell good. I don't have any issue with your smells because I wouldn't have been linked in with you.
No, you're good.
If you stink. And I realized that that's part of my sensory disorder, and that's part of my autism is the fact that I'm really weird about textures and smells.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I don't know if you noticed, there's like fuzzy blankets around my house.
Hey, those are the best type of blankets.
Yeah, it's because it's a comfort thing.
Yeah, and plus, stink is stink. Like, I feel like even if you don't have a disorder, like, if someone smells bad, you tell them or you don't?
No, I don't tell them. I just won't do the hair again.
Okay, that's fair. Like,
like I will try my best to just work as quickly as possible, and then sometimes there might be some flaws, and then I just won't do the hair again.
Yeah, you know what? I just like
I'm really like I.
Because why wouldn't you want to smell good? Like,
right. Like sometimes my breath smells like onion. Like if I didn't know you were getting your hair done and I ate my tacos and I smell like onion, I'm like, I'm sorry, I smell like onion. But that's different than hygiene issue. Like you can smell like your favorite food, and that's just your favorite food smell lingering. That's fine because I do that to people all the time. Like because I love garlic and onion and all that kind of stuff. But to intentionally just smell like ass, like full court basketball, football.
I'm sorry.
And, no, you're good. And I'm just like, you smell like you've been in a whole active thing. You talking about, I came at 8 a.m. How the fuck do you smell like that at 8 a.m., ma'am? You were my first appointment of the day, and now I don't want to look at anyone else.
Wow. Like, I shower every day. I got body spray. I got perfume on top of the body spray.
Yeah, it's a layering.
Yes, the lotion is scented.
Yeah.
Like you.
And today's like one of the days I didn't put on perfume and stuff either, so it's just, which is surprising. But no, I totally get all of that, and I teach my kids that, and I'm just like,
because like the first thing people notice is like smell too. Like that immediately changes somebody's perception of you, even if you look beautiful. It's like, whew.
Half your battle is your scent.
Yes. Scent, and then
And then attitude.
Attitude, personality.
Yeah.
Like.
But scent is the first thing I notice.
Yeah.
What do you smell like? Do you smell like you don't love yourself?
Yeah. Literally, because like if you don't smell that, that means you've been living like that, you know.
And I understand people get like vaginosis and stuff because their partner cheated on them, or they're dehydrated or whatever.
That's different.
But
though.
Gosh, if you know you smell like it, don't be flopping up and down. Sit your ass down gently.
Right.
Like don't keep readjusting.
And close your legs.
Yeah, and keep your legs closed. Everybody sweats when they sit in that chair, but gosh, there's.
And I know when, like, I feel like you know when you smell bad. Too.
Yeah,
so
they know.
Like...
I think some people know. And then, like, my thing is, if you know we're both going to get up, let me stand up first and walk away. Give me that grace.
Right.
And I'm just like, because I know everybody has sneaky moments sometimes, but there's layers to that. There's like, naturally, okay, I was a little sweaty. It's 1,000,000 degrees outside. Mm-hmm. Or, okay, my pH is thrown off. It happens. Yeah. But there's layers to that because there's only one layered smell, not layers of gross. And then you're just like, why is my thoughts burning because of you?
Literally.
Like, no.
Right.
And I laugh in my head thoughts like it. I'm just like, man, I'm so mean. Just like I don't like the smell of cheap cologne or perfume.
Yeah.
So like that's the sensory thing. So even with my kids, I just buy them perfume that costs way too much because I just like I don't want to smell it.
Right.
I don't want to smell it.
It's really like overpowering too in a way.
Yeah, like, it is. It's like a weird undernote that you can't get over. Like I'm cool with them wearing like Bath and Body Works or Victoria's Secret.
I was just about to say,
but not our version of the dupe. Like no, just wear Bath and if you only got the $13. Just go to Bath and Body Works, go to Victoria's Secret and use that. Don't go buy our version of it's not their version.
It's not. And then at the same time too, like even Bath and Body does it too much. So like getting just like a vanilla, like or flower, lavender, whatever, like I feel like once you get into like the strawberry shortcake supreme, like my head starts hurting and I'm just like, but then again, it's what you like, Yeah. Like, I don't like saying too much about like, what other people like and don't like and stuff.
No, I get into all that too. I won't ever say it to their face. I'll just make a face and keep it pushing. But just one of the things I've learned too is I just really like the smell of essential oils.
Yeah.
And like I know you probably was wondering what my house smelled like. It's essential oils.
No, it smells good. I was like,
it's essential oils.
Did I say it? Okay.
No, you didn't say anything.
Okay. I literally the first thought that I had in my head was like, it smells good in here.
Yeah, it's essential oils. And that's why everybody always like, oh, what kind of plug-in is that? I'm like, I don't use plug-ins. I use essential oils. And they're like, aren't those expensive? I was like, yes, they're very expensive. And they're like, oh, okay.
Well, there we go.
I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is what I like. This is a splurge.
My bad, right.
Yeah.
What type of, like, essential oils? Is it, like, the diffuser or incense?
Okay. So I use lavender. I use geranium. I use peppermint. And I use a lot of other ones, too. But I just take the actual essential oil, and I put it in my laundry detergent. I put it in my mop water. I put it in a spray bottle with alcohol, and I'll spray my house down. Because I'm like, even though my house may not be aesthetically pleasing, it smells good.
That's so smart. And I feel like that's something that I feel like it makes sense. Like, why hasn't it been a thing earlier? I'm stealing that, unfortunately.
Go ahead. No. Sharing is caring. No, I love essential oils. And I thought about starting to make my own sprays to sell for people because I know everybody's always like, well, what mix is that? What's this? What's that? And I'm just like, I'll get to it eventually, but first I gotta finish decluttering.
Right.
But no, I don't use I don't ever use the plugins. And then since I spend so much on my essential oils, I'm that person that I'll keep my mop water for like 2 days and I'll just let it linger in the bucket because it's still putting off smell.
Right.
Because it's just like, okay, I know I just mopped with this water, but I'm gonna mop for 2 days with this water and I'm still gonna let it linger in the bucket for that second day because it's still essential oil. I still spent way more than the average bear and I still need that mess to linger just a little while longer.
And it does. And it did.
And then I'll take the last bit of that water and I'll dump it out on my porch.
Now the porch smells good.
Yep, now my porch smells good, and it helps repel bugs, and it's essential oil. So it's,
boom. Check.
Yeah, we're getting all those uses out of it. And that's when I laughed too, because I asked ChatGPT. I was like, everybody keeps telling me my porch smells good. Is that important? He's like, yes. The way your home and your porch smells, it's the mood for your environment, and it affects the way people think about you. Even if your house is cluttered, if it smells amazing, then it feels clean. Versus if somebody's house is clean, but it smells like the yuck.
Boom.
You're like, where are you hiding?
Right, the first one's honestly better than the second, in my opinion.
That's what I was told. So I was like, well, that's good to know. Well, we're going to make it smell great, because I don't know what it's going to look like all the time. And somebody asked me too, they're like, do you clean up? I was like, honestly, I clean up every day, but decluttering gets worse before it gets better.
Exactly.
I clean up every single day.
You got to take everything out first, and then you can put it where it needs to be.
Exactly. And that's why I get it too. And I'm just like, I don't know how else to explain this to people, but I'm just like, do you want your hair done, or you care about my house?
Right. Hello? Like, I would, that's not my business.
Yeah. I mean, and then I thought about it too. It's not actually, and then somebody told me, they're like, your house isn't your grandma. That's who it was. It's like, she's like, Markette, why do you keep saying your house is dirty? It's not dirty. It's cluttered. It's not the same.
Yeah.
I was like, no, it's a bunch of clothes. She said, those are clean clothes, girl. That's not dirt. I was like, and then she got to going about how she used to have a cleaning business, and she knows what dirty is. I was like, oh.
I didn't even know that. Well, learn something new.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, oh, I know more about your grandma than you.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, it's okay. Get to talk about the right thing.
Yeah. I mean, she taught. I don't have to worry about that. I think it's more so like
topic dependent.
Exactly.
So the next time she gets to talking about something you don't want to talk about, just be like, hey grandma, what's the most interesting job you ever had? Or where's the best place you ever lived at? Or what do you think about grandpa? Like, that's how you shift those conversations. So so even as open as people say I am, my therapist would tell you I'm an avoidant. And that's why I keep attracting avoidance.
Dang.
It's no worries. And I'm really good at, and I have a specialized skill in deflection. So I've learned that anytime someone gets to talk about something I don't want to talk about, I'm really good at deflecting.
Hey, you know what? I unfortunately, I do the dissociating part, and I'm like, and then like 2 days later, they're like, Lily, what are you doing here? I told you I was doing this at this time. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, it's the cocktail party effect.
Oh, you know what? I never thought about that, but maybe that's my other problem. Because everyone always asks me, did I hear when they said X, Y, Z? And I'm like, I thought I did.
I probably did it. My ears turned off, and then I turned back on, and then I feel bad about it too, because I'm like, I'm not trying to ignore you. My brain just said, hey, let's turn the channel real quick, and then I'm like, okay, and then I come back, and I'm like, oh, we're talking about this now, and then I get really interested. So the person thought I was engrossed in the entire conversation, and then it's like, okay, there were details there that I missed that were apparently very important.
Oh yeah.
And boom. So
no, I get it. Like, I'm laughing in my head as I smile, and I'm holding back laughter in my head, because I'm not used to having somebody who thinks like me. I'm not used to. So the only person who's literally thought like me ever has been my therapist, my friend Vic. He's a guy, and I'm starting to realize my friend John, my good friend John, actually speaks on a similar. He thinks similarly to me as well, even though he's stingy with his darn words. But when he talks, he talks. But I'm just starting to realize that that's why I actually like talking to him.
Right.
Because I don't like talking to. As talkative as I am in public, I don't actually like talking to people. So I don't like to call people.
Right.
So many people, my favorite line is, yeah, we'll talk about that later. And then, okay, so I'm not near him anymore. I don't need to, okay, it's over. It's done.
Right.
Like, it's not really as in I want to talk later. It's more so like I'm just ending the statement. And I didn't realize how offensive that was until that happened to me from him.
Oh.
And I was like, well, why would he say he wants to call back if he wasn't going to call? And then I realized, oh, that's just a ending statement. That doesn't mean actually anything. Like, and then I really reflected on it, like, but you do the same thing. You're annoyed because you're having your own personality reflected back at you. Yes. Yes, exactly.
I'm not even gonna lie.
That's why it bothers you so.
Right.
This is how the world feels. You're welcome.
You're talking to yourself. Like,
yeah.
My bad. My bad, G.
So then I was just like, okay. This is how you're making others feel. You have to connect.
Right.
Choose not to interact.
Yeah, one or the other.
Yeah, it happens. I feel like we're making such great timing.
Well, yeah.
It's still daylight. We're on the third row.
Boom.
Actually, wait. Third. But they're triangled, so it's technically, depending on how you want to look at it, could be more. But yeah, I'm happy with the way it's looking. Oops.
I know. I'm looking at it through the corner of my eye, and I'm happy too.
Yeah, I have a million mirrors because I don't care if people watch me. And somebody was telling, like, one lady kept trying to secretly look at her hair. I was like, why don't you just take a break and look at your whole head? I was like, you're bothering me. And she's like, what do you mean? And she's like, I'm not trying to do anything. I said, girl, look, I don't give a damn.
Right.
I got all these mirrors in here so you can look at yourself.
Right.
I don't have anything to hide.
Right.
And then she's like, oh, you don't care? I'm like, no.
Why would I? I mean, I'm doing it. And if anything, I would please look at it to make sure you like it.
Exactly. But what it was is she was used to going to stylists who you can see it at the end.
Oh, okay.
And
surprise,
I'm like, surprise, whatever, for the good or the bad, surprise, we're done, and give me my money. And I'm just like, no. Well, there, buddy. No, you need to look as I go. So if you have an issue, you can tell me right now.
Right.
Let's figure this out before I get to the end.
Exactly, because now everybody's mad.
Yeah.
And it's 10 o'clock at night, so.
Right. And I'm just looking at you like, so all this time you was looking in this mirror.
Knowing you didn't like it.
Right. No. Okay, so this is the last time I'm doing your hair.
Exactly. Hey. Because why risk doing it again?
Right. And so, like, yeah. So for anybody who actually was watching this live and you think I actually talk to people, you should feel special, especially now that y'all see how I actually do everybody else.
Right.
It's like, why do you give out your number if you're not going to talk?
Because
right.
Sorry.
Yeah. I was laughing about stuff like that.
Also, is it okay if I use the restroom again after this braid? Sorry.
Yes,
I drank like a whole tub of water, coffee, and then finished that Coke, and it's like the consequences of my actions.
Yeah, and I did the opposite. I'm dehydrated. I actually could go pee, but I'm trying not to, so.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah. No worries. I'm trying to get better with water like I used to be. It's so much better for your body.
No, I've been doing too many of like the diet products rather than just drinking water. So I'm like,
oh, me too. I had a whole diet Dr. Pepper.
I love Diet Dr. Pepper.
Me too. It's like the only soda I'll drink.
Right. But then the problem is, like, with water, it goes through your body 10 times faster than all the sodas.
Yes.
So now, like, you're over here squeezing yourself, trying not to piss yourself because you decided to drink a whole bottle of water and, replenish.
Right. I feel like a little pissy.
Right.
No, I get it. Now you're good. Because on the days I'm hydrated, I'm just, like, on the days I know I have a lot of hair to do, I won't drink anything. Right. Until I have to. Other than coffee, because I have to have caffeine. I'm addicted, but.
And even, like, I normally am like a 8 a.m. get my hair done type of gal and stuff. So like I don't really drink anything. Maybe like bring a snack and call it a day because I don't like. I'm very much a let's just get it done type of person too.
Yeah.
So I apologize.
No, you're fine.
I didn't know.
You're good. All right, let me do a quick. I'm gonna end both of these labs real quick. Okay. So, hold on. Wait.
Oh my bad.
Get this phone out. Ooh. Yeah, I'm a little Let's see. All right, y'all. So this is what her hair looks like so far. Okay. I'll come back later on this. Okay, that one's ended. All right, y'all. Come back, okay? Because I'm going to go back on it. But I just wanted to show you what's going on. All right, later, y'all.